The special needs shelters were not actually fitting the needs of the disability community.
Hurricane season officially begins today. How Sarasota County is making sure those with medical needs are prepared before a storm hits. Plus, the city of Sarasota is improving the way it removes debris following a hurricane. Why the new plan will help benefit residents. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 5.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter. Scott Dennis has the night off. Topping our news today marks the first day of hurricane season. As the season begins, some local nonprofits are preparing to help if a storm should come through. ABC 7's Christopher Brantley joins us with more on this story. Christopher.
Well, good evening, Jacqueline. The Gulf Coast Community Foundation in Venice has a hurricane relief fund. And after Hurricane Irma, the money they raised turned out to be crucial for some Laurel residents.
That money was very beneficial.
Sandra Terry is the executive director of the Laurel Civic Association.
The people that I help are single, elderly women or families who didn't have the means to get a big old tree off their house.
Hurricane Irma hit the Laurel community hard last year. The community isn't well moneyed, but the Gulf Coast Community Foundation's donors are.
We're able to distribute those funds to nonprofits, and those nonprofits are responsible for helping those individuals in need.
$10,000 was given to the Laurel Civic Association.
About 7 of it was used just to remove debris and cut trees and get trees off of houses and move stuff out of people's yards.
And when free tarps were being distributed for homeowners who had open roofs,
I wouldn't have been able to rent a U-Haul van and go up there and pick up 2 pallets.
the Gulf Coast Community Foundation will be setting up the fund again this hurricane season, standing by in case another storm hits the Suncoast.
We set up the site right before the storm is going to hit because sometimes our money comes from outside our region. So we were receiving contributions from New York and Texas.
Terry said the biggest problem they faced after Irma was downed trees, and this money was crucial.
We did like 28 residences just for that part of it. So it came in real handy.
The fund isn't opened until a storm is going to hit. That way the money doesn't take away from other projects. Jacqueline?
All right, thank you, Christopher. And that was Christopher's last time reporting for us here at ABC 7. He certainly will be missed. Well, with the start of hurricane season underway, now is the time to make sure that you're prepared. Starting today for the next 7 days, you can get essential supplies for a little cheaper during Florida's hurricane supply sales tax holiday. You will be able to buy all sorts of supplies tax-free during those 7 days, including batteries, flashlights, gas tanks, portable generators, tarps, battery-powered radios, and much more.
We have 7 days, June 1 through June 7th, where there's no sales tax when you want to go buy your hurricane supplies. So hopefully everybody will get out and get ready early. It seems like hurricane season has already started this year with Alberto just coming through our state. But I hope everybody will continue to get ready.
At 7 days, the sales tax holiday is more than twice as long as it was last year. The extension was approved to give people more time to stock up on supplies after a very active 2017 storm season. The holiday is expected to save Florida families more than $5 million. Again, it starts today and runs until June 7th. Well, after some chaos during Hurricane Irma, Sarasota County is urging residents to sign up for its medical needs program as part of your hurricane evacuation plan. Last year, the program was called People with Special Needs, or PSN, but because the program addresses medical needs and not necessarily those with special needs, the program has been renamed. As Hurricane Irma made landfall, the Sarasota County EOC had more than 800 people trying to get on that list to get help evacuating. The county is asking people to sign up early this year to avoid that chaos. Prior to Irma, there were 1,700 people on the medical needs list. Already this year, there are 2,500.
We want people that need to have that support of having nurses and respiratory therapists and the oxygen and the specialized, higher cots off the ground. The people that actually need that support need to go to those medically dependent shelters.
Now, those who are medically dependent must bring a caregiver to the evacuation center to help with giving medication and other assistance needed for daily living. The city of Sarasota is improving the way it removes debris following a hurricane. Public Works has hired 2 additional subcontractors in addition to the one it already has to help clean up debris if a hurricane hits the Suncoast again. While the city feels that debris was cleaned up in a reasonable amount of time following Irma, Public Works Director Doug Jeffcoat says there's always room for improvement.
One of the issues that we face here in the city is we have a lot of canopy streets, and a lot of stuff of that nature. So a lot of the equipment has to be specialized to be able to move through the streets.
These subcontractors can be used following other natural disasters like tornadoes, also any man-made disaster. And don't forget, tonight at 7, it's our Surviving a Hurricane special. ABC 7's First Alert weather team breaks down everything you need to know for hurricane season, including evacuation routes, flood zones, even which shelters are pet-friendly, and new transportation options for when a storm hits. We'll have experts live in our studio to answer your questions on air. So again, be sure to tune in tonight at 7 o'clock right here on ABC 7. And certainly a lot of effort has gone into that. Let's head over to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan, find out what's going on for the weekend ahead and a little bit more on the hurricane special. Bob?
That's right. The hurricane special will be taking place tonight. We mentioned 7 till 8. It'll also be available on mysuncoast.com. If you can't watch it, you can also DVR it, obviously. And there'll be folks answering phones during the special, too. And we'll be monitoring it on Facebook, so we'll have Facebook going live on our ABC 7 page. So you want to tune into that as well. If you have some questions, you can actually post those during the show. Titan radar picture showing not a lot of activity going on right now. That's good. We have had a few isolated showers popping up here and there. Looks like still a limited moisture around. We're not seeing a widespread outbreak of storms, and the storms are actually drifting to the southeast right now, which is a little unusual. We haven't had that in a while, and that means things are changing as far as our overall pattern goes. The day planner for Saturday looks to be really nice. We're going to see just a few clouds around now and again. Temperatures at the area beaches will be in the mid-80s, upper 80s inland. Rain chance very small, 20%. I think if we see anything pop up, it'll be inland areas. There could be an isolated shower along the coast in the morning, but I'm not anticipating much at all as a result of high pressure, which is really going to start to dominate our weather as we take you through time on Saturday. As I said, there'll be a few clouds now and again. It's not going to be all sunshine, but mostly sunny, I think, at times. A frontal boundary comes down into North Florida on Saturday morning. It kind of pulls up stationary, and then another one follows that on Wednesday of next week, which will bring us a chance for showers. That steady stream of moisture that we saw, which will be deep reds and oranges, gone. And that's a good sign, too. That moisture kind of working its way up around an area of high pressure off the east coast of Florida will continue on that west to southwesterly wind flow, and that always favors inland storms. But one thing it will do, it will keep the humidity high through the weekend. You'll notice that too. It'll be rather humid both in the afternoon on Saturday and Sunday. Well, sustained winds, a little sea breeze has developed near the coast, still out of the north though, in places like Duet as well as in Mayaca City, but that sea breeze has made its way inland and now into Inglewood, also into Venice. More on your weekend weather forecast coming up in a few minutes. Jacqueline?
All right, Bob, thank you. We'll talk to you soon. New at 5, a 2-car collision in Bradenton leaves 1 person dead and 2 people injured. A car was making a U-turn at the intersection of Cortez Road and 43rd Street West this afternoon. The car collided with another vehicle, causing them both to spin out into the intersection. 3 people were taken to Blake Medical Center. 1 was pronounced dead at the hospital. Bradenton police warning drivers about the importance of paying attention when making a U-turn.
Let's just always be careful. Anybody making a U-turn has to yield to the vehicles that have the right of way, which are the ones that are going straight. Just something to look out for. Make sure you can see where you're going to be turning into before you make those turns, because you can't control what other drivers are doing.
Traffic was blocked heading east on Cortez in front of the 43rd Street intersection, as well as heading north and south on 43rd. Those lanes are now reopened. Police are now investigating the crash as a full traffic homicide. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is investigating 2 overnight shootings in Nokomis. They happened near Church Street and Avenida de Bea, where there were reports of shots fired. No injuries were reported, but the suspects are still on the run. If you know anything about either shooting, reach out to Sarasota Crime Stoppers. Sarasota County School Board Chair Bridget Ziegler has called for a special meeting with the board and law enforcement to figure out the district's new plan for school security. However, due to timing, the full school board might not be able to meet. So instead, a small informal meeting will be held between Ziegler, Superintendent Todd Bowden, and the heads of local law enforcement on June 12th to get the ball rolling. Sheriff Tom Knight will also attend the meeting. The goal, to get both the district and law enforcement on the same page when it comes to security in our schools. Coming up, volcanic eruptions continue in Hawaii, why residents now have until the end of today to evacuate. And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the forecast for our weekend ahead. Plus, more people are dying from painkillers. But what are doctors doing about it? We'll have more details when we come back.
At 4 on Suncoast View.
Suncoast bugs don't have to be a pest this season. I'm Joey Panic. On Suncoast View, we'll learn from an expert how to beat mosquitoes and love bugs as summer heats up. The first 1,000 days of a child's life are crucial to brain development and their future. We'll learn how the Suncoast Foundation wants to help. Our beauty experts' new ideas to pamper yourself, and Libby's Cafe and Bar joins us in the kitchen.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today.
Call 800-457-2317.
Go online or visit a Target store today.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
Hawaii residents who live near the Kilauea volcano have been given fair warning. Evacuate today. The Hawaiian Volcano Observatory says there are still major lava eruptions in Leilani Estates and Lanapuna Gardens. Kilauea's Fissure 8 still remains very active. Officials confirmed on Wednesday that 75 residences have been destroyed. People living in the area are urged to flee their homes by 6 o'clock tonight. The Hawaii County Civil Defense Agency says authorities will not enter mandatory evacuation areas to search for those who did not leave. 2 people were killed Wednesday in North Carolina after a landslide destroyed their home. Authorities say the landslide ruptured a gas line at the home, possibly causing an explosion and the collapse of the house. The sheriff says the investigation will take some time because of how dangerous it is for people on the scene. A state of emergency was declared after days of rain wreaked havoc in western North Carolina. The region has seen flash floods, rising rivers, mudslides, and falling trees. And speaking of that rain, we are kind of glad to have it out of our area, and it's been nice for the past couple days.
It has, and it looks like it may continue to in the weekend. You know, speaking of rain, we had rainfall, one of the wettest Mays on record in South Sarasota County. Yeah, 14 inches recorded there in Inglewood. We had 12 into Northport, and even Venice had about a foot of rainfall. It was mainly South Sarasota County, north not as much, but still well above average. Here's what's going on now. We're not seeing much rainfall around as high pressure continues to dominate our weather right now. It's moving in from the east and gotten rid of that trough of low pressure. That has since moved on. The moisture trail left behind from Alberto is gone, and things are improving for the weekend. Lots of activities planned, I'm sure. And there's the nice high pressure system off the east coast of Florida. It's going to get bumped down a little bit further to the south, which will give us more of a southwesterly component, which will bring us a little higher humidity at the surface, and that means it'll feel a little bit warmer out there. That moisture supply down to our south, not as much. You notice we don't have a lot of bright white clouds here over Cuba like we've seen over the past week now. We have a few, but not as many, and that's a good sign. Well, water vapor content is showing that dry air and that trough of low pressure continuing to kind of work its way to the west. We have an upper level low spinning right here over the Yucatan Peninsula. That too dropping off to the south and west. And a nice weekend as well into the Bahamas. A little bit more moisture, but not much, not as much down in Cuba and the Florida Straits where they need to dry out. They've had over 2 feet of rainfall in the month of May. Titan radar picture showing some storms. It's hard to keep all of them out of here, but we're seeing some develop here and there. Outflow boundaries from these may generate some other isolated showers, but not much going on near the coast. All is quiet there, all is calm, and some bigger storms now into Highlands County as well. And we're not looking at anything significant tonight. You can see the storms moving in all different directions. These were moving to the south, and then these are moving to the east. And at one point, these were moving to the north. So it's the interaction of these surface boundaries, the outflow from the storms that are around that kind of cause these storms to get pushed and shoved. But general flow is to the southeast right now. As far as rainfall, we didn't get much in Manatee County except for the southeastern portion. A little bit more there in Northport. Just to the west of Northport, some rainfall there. Just some afternoon showers and storms. 85 degrees right now. Our current temperature, and the sunshine is out there. A few clouds around, and the relative humidity at 69%. West winds at 12, and the barometer is not all that high, but it's still holding steady right now. It'll only get higher over the weekend. There is a frontal boundary approaching. You'll see this a Futurecast, 11 a.m. Some showers over Georgia into Alabama, stretching into the panhandle of Florida. It comes down, and then it fades away by Saturday night. It should be just to the north of us, and that will, again, push that high pressure ridge a little bit further off to the south. We have another front that will come down on into midweek. You see it right there, the beginning of it on Sunday afternoon. A few more showers to the north as that front fades. Should not be a big factor for us. We'll see a mixture of sun and clouds on Sunday as well, but no widespread rainfall event expected over the weekend. A few showers are possible, but not much. The forecast tomorrow will start off warm, muggy, and it'll be into the mid-80s at the area beaches. We'll see partly cloudy skies, and then look for more of the same on Sunday. High temperatures east of I-75 will be into the upper 80s on both days. Well, here comes the system. It's up here in the Plain States getting its act together. It's going to take a while before it reaches us. We'll have a series of these weak fronts that get down into North Florida and cause some showers over the southeast. You can see this severe thunderstorm watch in effect for central Georgia all the way into central Alabama tonight, and a tornado watch in effect for Wyoming. Boy, is it hot, and it has been already. Summer not even officially starting yet in the Central Plains. At 91 in Kansas City. That's a current temp. 92 in St. Louis, and highs tomorrow. It'll cool down there as the front makes its way through Kansas City, but not in St. Louis or Memphis or Dallas. 102 the expected high in Dallas. For boaters tomorrow, looks good. West winds at 10 knots, and seas will be running 1 to 2 feet. The 7-day forecast, isn't it nice? Saturday, Sunday looks great. Upper 80s. As I said, inland beaches in the mid 80s. A 40% chance for a shower or two on Tuesday. That's the next front that'll come down. It'll weaken as it gets close to us. Slight chance for showers comes on Thursday and Friday as that front kind of lingers around a little bit, but eventually fades away. Jacqueline?
All right, Bob, thank you. Now to your first alert traffic. Right now, an accident at the intersection of Fruitville Road eastbound at I-75 is causing some traffic congestion in that area. The 2 right lanes are currently blocked, so keep that in mind if you're heading home. In health news tonight, opioids, Vicodin, Norco, morphine, and oxycodone, amongst others. They're known for the good they do as painkillers and the destruction that they cause in the lives of addicts. The American Medical Association's Opioid Task Force released a statement on the progress in fighting this epidemic as healthcare workers crack down on unneeded prescriptions. Nationwide, they report a 22% decrease in the number of opioid prescriptions between 2016 and 2017. Healthcare providers can track how much, when, and where opioid prescriptions are filled. In 2017, they accessed these drug monitoring programs more than 300 million times. So as the rate of deaths from opioid use continue to rise, healthcare providers are working hard to reverse the epidemic. Triathlons are gaining popularity. The endurance event includes swimming, biking, and running, but recent research suggests some people should use caution. The results show that men are at a greater risk than women for sudden death during a triathlon. The study found that most sudden deaths occur during the swim portion of the race. Researchers say people should pay attention to heart disease risk factors like cholesterol, blood pressure, and blood glucose before signing up for any type of endurance event. Well, regular exercise is a part of a heart-healthy lifestyle, but sometimes it can be hard to push through those last few minutes of your workout. Now, a study shows that adding a little music to your routine might help boost exercise performance. In the study, those who exercised to music were able to exercise for about a minute longer than those who didn't. Researchers say it doesn't matter what type of music you listen to as long as it helps keep you motivated to keep moving. Coming up, a high-speed chase ends in a rollover crash, all caught on camera. Plus, how this van fell off the 4th floor of a parking garage. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. Gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. We're getting so wet.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it? Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions. Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
A promise was made. A promise that hit the beaches of Normandy. A vow that captured Iwo Jima. A contract that weathered Tet. A pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq. An IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
WWSB ABC7 is an equal opportunity employer, and we're looking for qualified people to join our dynamic team. For a list of current openings and to apply online, visit www.mysuncoast.com/contact/employment. If you're a motivated team player and you want a rewarding career in a fun, fast-paced working environment, WWSB ABC7 could be the perfect fit for you. Check out our list of openings now.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
Dashcam video from inside a patrol car captures a wild high-speed crash in Michigan. Take a look. The driver of this Chevy Tahoe was wanted in a hit and run. When officers tried to get the driver to pull over, he flipped them off and then takes off on the interstate. Moments later, the driver rear-ends another car and loses control, causing a violent rollover crash in the middle of the freeway. Fortunately, officers were right behind the SUV to prevent a chain reaction crash. Now you can see the officers quickly get the driver out by smashing what was left of the driver's side window. He was quickly taken into custody. Well, a man is expected to be okay after driving a van off a parking garage in Miami. Police say the van landed upside down after plummeting from the 4th floor of the garage at Miami International Airport. The man is an employee of an airline who was driving a company vehicle. He was taken to the hospital for treatment and no other injuries were reported. A crane remains on its side across a home's front lawn 2 days after it collapsed in Lauderhill, Florida. 2 people were injured in the crash on Wednesday. Officials say something went wrong when workers were replacing power lines. The crane lost stability and fell, landing on one house, causing some major damage and clipping the second house. Officials say one of the homes is now unlivable. Well, a boy with a medical condition reaching a milestone today. The Tampa Police Department surprised 10-year-old Alexi with his very own tricycle. Alexi has a birth defect that prevents a baby's spinal cord from properly developing. Alexi's siblings recently won bikes as part of a giveaway event in April. Officers noticed that Alexi, who is wheelchair-bound, was upset because he did not receive his own bike. So Tampa officers found a company that specializes in adaptive tricycles for people living with physical disabilities and surprised Alexi with that tricycle today. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, a desperate need for affordable housing in Sarasota, a look at a new project that could soon break ground. Plus, are you getting your family prepared for hurricane season? What you should have in your hurricane kit.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
When my youngest, Addie, was 2.5, she was diagnosed with leukemia. When we first heard that diagnosis, you feel extremely alone. Walking in that Light the Night light with 6,000 people carrying lights, white for survivors, red for supporters, gold in memory of those who have passed. It's the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's hope that every year there are fewer gold lanterns. Your lantern will make a difference.
Start a team, join a team.
Help us light the night.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.